So we're going to look at 3 ways that the narcissist gets people to support them, to align with them, to agree with them against you. And these are powerful psychological tools that can look like genuine support from the outside, and sometimes even feel like genuine support for the person who is giving that, but actually they've been manipulated in every stage. So the first stage of this is choosing a common enemy. So they'll pick someone. It could be you, usually is you in these circumstances, but it could be another person, and they use that person to start the process. But let's say that it's you. So they both nitpick things that they don't like about you, and they share this common dislike for you, and it's usually just little things at the start, nothing particularly major, although it can be, but you are their common enemy, and they will talk about you behind your back. They will whisper things about you. They will exaggerate things that you've done. Every single thing that you do will be twisted into, oh, you're an idiot, or oh, when they said that, oh, they were being horrible then. And it's perfectly innocent things, but they distort it. They twist it and distort it. And the other party will go along with it because they can see how happy it makes that person. This person usually has kind of an aura about them, which is part fear, but part, charm and manipulation. And so that party will start to ramp up that level. They'll bring in more things. And to the point where this person actually seems to hate you. Like, nothing you do, everything is abuse, everything is terrible about you. And what you see then is that person, the narcissist, is then able to manipulate that person completely. They can get them to do and say absolutely anything, even lie, because they hate you, right? So it's for the greater good. And so that's stage 1. Stage 2 is that person that they've chosen has become the narcissist's regulatory object. And what that means is that individual, and this can be the children as well, it can be your family members, it can be friends, it can be work colleagues, it can be their new partner. They have started to pick up consciously and subconsciously when the narcissist is starting to dysregulate, and they've learned how to regulate them by saying horrible things about you. They will pull out all these things that they hate about you. They might exaggerate, they might make up stuff, but it's a survival instinct, essentially. They're trying to stay on the right side of the narcissist, because ultimately they've seen, and that comes on to our next point, which is they are the observer. They have seen what happens to people that don't worship them. They've seen what happens to you. They've seen the way that they turn on them, and consciously and unconsciously they've decided, probably from their own childhood trauma of being left out, being not heard, being not listened to, not being the popular one, they've decided that this narcissist is, I'm gonna completely attach myself to this person because I don't want to be the one that's left out. I don't want to be the one that's rejected. I don't want to be the one that's being talked about behind my back, even though you will be, that the person, just because you've aligned with them does not mean they're not slagging you off behind your back, because they can't help themselves. They will do it to everyone on some scale. And so the regulatory object, this other person, is monitoring all the time. They are in an abusive relationship with this person because they are monitoring. So they will be overthinking their behavior. They will be correcting, and I use correcting loosely because they wouldn't need to correct, but they will correct their behavior or adjust their behavior to make sure that the narcissist stays regulated and doesn't resort to rage or anger towards them. And it almost becomes hero worshipping, because they've seen what happens to you when you didn't do that. You didn't hero worship them. You didn't think they walked on water. And so this person does, and they will speak in all these almost magical terms about this person, and the best thing ever is total black and white thinking. Everything you do is awful and horrible. Everything that the narcissist does is amazing, is wonderful, is fabulous, you're the best thing, all of this. And to be honest, it's quite sickening. It's just so over the top if you ever get to read these sorts of things. But this can happen in lots of different circumstances. It can happen within the family unit. So you can start to see this through children behaving in that way. They can start to see one parent as, oh, they're such an idiot. God, they can't do this. And this is from that constant process of building up the little by little diminishing and belittling of that person. You're the common enemy. You're creating that them and us kind of process at the start that the narcissist does. Then it's the survival instinct of the child thinking, well, I don't want to get rejected, so I'm going to stay. I'm going to definitely hook myself to this person so that I don't get rejected. And then it is that they've learnt what happens. They've learnt the consequences of not doing all of those things. And this results in alienation, it results in smear campaigns, it results in professionals aligning with them. It means you can lose your family and friends because they go through this process. It is such a powerful mechanism for them to turn people against you and to basically create this network of hate around you that are then their puppets. They will do and say anything for the narcissist to stay in their good graces and not be the one on the outside, because they've built up this through this process. Do you recognize that? I'm sure many of you do. It is just the most heartbreaking and devastating feeling, especially when it's people that you thought you could trust, people that you love, that are, friends, children, that are turning their back on you, and there's nothing you can do. You can't show them the truth. You can't plead with them. They're almost completely brainwashed into believing all the lies that this narcissist told them. And so if you are feeling that way and it's really struggling to understand how this is happening, I do run the nurturingcoach.co.uk, the specialist therapy service. Take a look at our website. You can book in for calls there. There are some free resources as well. If you're going through this in family court and you found yourself in a position where you're seeing this roll out amongst professionals who are dismissing everything you say that is in any way challenging the other parent's behaviour, and not going along with this "they are brilliant, they are amazing" narrative, check out Get Court Ready. I have a range of free tools on there that you can look at, and we also have paid courses that you can take that will help you to understand and develop a framework for breaking this down. Breaking down, not with the narcissist, there's nothing you can do about them, but pulling these people out of the fog is probably not possible either at this moment in time. But there are ways that you can, to new people, judges for example, or a new professional, how you can present the actual facts as opposed to this repeated narrative of you're the problem, and there's all these other people that are saying you're the problem. We've actually just released a blog on this around what happens when more and more people become part of this. And so check that out. That's on getcourtready.co.uk. If you have any questions, pop them in below. Do feel free to share this amongst anyone you think that it would benefit. And don't forget to like. It really does help. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Take care.